Welcome to tonight's Finance Committee meeting for July the 14th, 2025. If you stand at this time, we have our invocation by Councilor Melanie Cranford, followed by the flag salute.
Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight, thanking you for this day that you have made. We pray that you would continue to bless the city of Muskogee, continue to allow us to do great things, Father. We thank you for the citizens that have come on tonight. We thank you for them being committed to this city just as we are. We pray tonight that you would give us your wisdom and your knowledge and your understanding. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Oklahoma flag.
I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people.
Agenda item number 1, please.
Consider approval of Finance Committee minutes of June 9th, 2025, or take other necessary action.
Reviewing the minutes, are there any corrections or additions to our minutes?
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve our minutes. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Here.
Yes.
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Tracy Hoos?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale?
Yes, I'm here too.
Okay.
Agenda item number 1 passes. Agenda item number 2, please.
Consider approval of claims for all city departments May 31, 2025 through July 4th, 2025, or take other necessary action.
Do we have a report from the purchasing committee?
Yes, the purchasing committee did meet this afternoon and we approved the claims. I move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve our claims list. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Here.
Yes.
Yes. I'm all backwards today.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hoos?
Yes.
Jamie Stout? Jamie
Yes.
Stout? Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale?
Yes.
Item number 2 passes. Item number 3, please.
Consider approval of resolution number 3035, declaring items of personal property presently in the possession of the city of Muskogee to be surplus to the needs of the city of Muskogee, and authorize the city manager or his designee to offer for sale or dispose of the same, all as per attached list, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Francis?
Thank you, sir. Committee members, the staff has reviewed the attached list of property and deemed it to be surplus, and we move for approval, or recommend approval, excuse me. I didn't get to move for anything.
I move for approval.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hoos?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale?
Yes.
Item number 3 passes. Item number 4, please.
Consider approval to authorize the city manager to execute an engagement letter with Crawford and Associates, certified public accountants, to perform audit preparation and produce financial statements for the fiscal year 2025 audit, or take other necessary action.
I'll be taking this
Okay.
one. Staff recommends approval of the engagement letter with Crawford and Associates. They'll be performing initial services requested, audit preparation assistance, and preparation of the annual financial statements.
Move for approval. Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve agenda item number 4. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hoos?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale?
Yes.
Item number 4 passes. Item number 5, please.
Consider approval of final payment to RJR Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $26,377.88 for the Langston Park Splash Pad, project number 2023029, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Reeves?
Yes, this project included a splash pad with 2,400 square feet of concrete. The electronic valves and controls associated with the splash pad, sunshades and park benches, water structures, and project turned out, the concrete and the sidewalks intertied the basketball courts and the rest of the park. Staff does recommend approval. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Mr. Reeves? We have a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve agenda item number 5. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Item number 5 passes. Item number 6, please.
Consider approval of the lowest and best bid in the amount of $58,515.41 from Ellsworth Pavement Maintenance for the Hatbox VA parking lot improvements, project number 2025009, or take other necessary action.
Yes.
Mr. Reeves?
This project will include clean, prep, and seal cracks and resurface the entire parking lot. The parking lot is 2,012,000 square feet. The entrance drive to the parking lot is 23,000 square feet. There are 532 total parking spaces and 11 handicap spaces. The entire surface will be cleaned with all dirt and debris removed. All cracks will be sealed. The asphalt will be sealed with a coal tar emulsion FAA specified 627 latex would be added to the manufacturer's recommendation. 2 coats will be applied in a 24-hour period using squeegee spray and brush method. All parking spaces will be restriped with a traffic grade acrylic paint. All markings will comply with ADA and MUTCD guidelines. Staff does recommend approval, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
Move for approval.
Is
Have a-
this going to be like asphalt, or is it going to be like the stuff we put on our streets?
Like what we put on the streets, it's an emulsion, so basically asphalt is an emulsion with aggregate included in it. This will just not have the aggregate. It will be overlay of the parking lot with the emulsion.
Okay.
Any other questions? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
No.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Item number 6 passes. Item number 7, please.
Consider approval of the lowest and best bid in the amount of $1,600,000 from Cook Consulting, LLC, for the ARPA water treatment plant improvements, project number 2025010, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Reeves?
The scope of this project will be to replace 2 700 horsepower pumps and add variable frequency drives for each pump. The pumps will set on motor skids. All piping, check valves, actuators will be included in the project. Flow meters will also be installed and tied to the SCADA system for control and monitoring of the pumps. Spare parts will be included for the variable frequency drives. Staff does recommend approval, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
Did this go out for bid?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve this item. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
No.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Item number 7 passes. Item number 8, please.
Consider approval of the purchase of one Kubota MX 5400 HST four-wheel drive tractor and accessories from Kubota Stewart Martin in the total amount of $52,764.58 per state contract SW0196NE, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Regan?
Yes, thank you. So this is a tractor with a FLIR mower on it that will go to our environmental control division. This will do large swaths of mowing, right-of-ways, and things like that. This FLIR mower is a little bit different than the brush hogs we have. This will provide a more finished cut, and we'll be able to mow a little bit more of the underbrush type foliage that we sometimes come across. This is an item that we need as the grass keeps growing and we keep needing to cut it. This is something that we recommend, and we'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Rigney?
This go up for bid also?
No, sir. This is a Sourcewell cooperative purchasing, or a state contract cooperative purchasing, so it provides a discount built in. They bid on the state contract, and then the state does the bids for you at the beginning of the year.
And this company's out of Muskogee?
Yeah, it's Stuart Martin out of Muskogee. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have a motion?
Move for approval. Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve this item. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
No.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes.
Item number 8 passes. Item number 9, please.
Consider approval of the lowest and best bid in the amount of $675,881 from, I believe that's Bedico Incorporated, for the Katua Lift Station number 16, project number 2025003, or take other necessary action.
For those of you who don't know, this project is on York Street off Harris Road, the southeast corner. Demolition of the existing lift station had exceeded its useful lifespan. The construction of the manufactured equipment enclosure system, construction of a new lift station, including 2 new self-priming pumps, new standby generator, 3 new manhole stations, and 2 wet wells. System includes new electrical service, and automatic transfer switch. New fencing around the perimeter will also be included. Staff does recommend approval, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Reeves? Have a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve item number 9. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes.
Item number 9 passes. Item number 10, please.
Consider approval of Sourcewell pricing from Stuart Martin Equipment in the amount of $127,388.64 for the purchase of one Kubota KX057-5R3AP mini excavator with attachments for use in the Street Division and Public Works, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Rigney?
Thank you. This is a medium-sized mini excavator, as you can see on the large screen up there. This will be used for repairing utility cuts, digging catch basins, and the application for this is a little bit smaller than a backhoe. It leaves less of a footprint as far as needing to go into people's yards when we work on a stormwater issue. It can also fit through gates easier than a backhoe. Streets does not have a mini X currently. This is going to be a useful tool. It comes with several attachments, such as a saw and a jackhammer as well. The intent is to have more of a one-stop shop piece of equipment for doing some of the work that we do instead of having to trailer multiple pieces of equipment. This did come from Sourcewell, which is another cooperative purchasing agreement done on a national level, not just the state level. So this was a competitive price. It did not go to bid due to that Sourcewell contract, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
Move for approval. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
No.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes.
Item number 10 passes. Item number 11.
Consider approval of Sourcewell pricing from River City Hydraulics of Sherwood, Arkansas for the purchase of 2 2026 PowerTrack 1000 rear loaders in the amount of $221,662.21 each for a total of $443,324.42 for use in the solid waste division, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Rigney?
Yes, thank you. This is going to be to purchase 2 sanitation trucks that are going to be geared up primarily for commercial trash, the 2-yard dumpsters. They'll also have a tipper on there so they can fill in on the residential routes if needed. The current commercial trucks that we use are over 10 years old, which is quite a long time for daily use of a trash truck. This will be a good purchase that benefits all of Public Works. When these trucks go down, we have to pull employees from other divisions to send to sanitation. So it will improve sanitation, but it will also have benefits to the rest of our department. This was off Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing. We did solicit several quotes using Sourcewell and state contract, and this was the most cost-effective quote, and it did have a Freightliner cabin chassis with a Cummins engine. That's something that we run by our fleet department first so that we know it's a little continuity in our fleet. We want to make sure we try and have as many of the same engines and chassis in our fleet as possible, less shelf parts. These are going to be 20-yard Packer bodies. It's a Heil Packer, which is a reputable brand with several local distributors for parts, so we shouldn't be waiting a long time for parts. And with that, I'll answer any questions, but we recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions?
Move for approval. I second it.
I have a motion and a second to approve agenda item number 11. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale.
Yes.
Item number 11 passes, and that is our final item for the Finance Committee.
Welcome to tonight's Public Works Committee meeting, July 14, 2025. Item 1, please.
Consider approval of Public Works Committee minutes of June 9th, 2025, or take other necessary action.
Everyone had a chance to review the minutes. Entertain a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. No further questions. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale.
Yes.
Item passes. Item 2, please.
Receive report on C-Click Fix, a new mobile app and tool for citizens to utilize and easily report non-emergency issues and take other necessary action.
Mr. Francis.
Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Julie Villalobos, our communications manager. She's going to walk you through this.
Thank you. So, as soon as that's up there, C-Click Fix, connecting citizens and city services. This is something that we launched on June 30th officially. So what is C-Click Fix? An easy-to-use app and website. Report non-emergency issues, potholes, tall grass, weeds, dilapidated properties, etc. In C-Click Fix, citizens have the opportunity to track the status of their request, communicate directly with city departments. How it helps our citizens. Easy reporting 24/7 from any device. Transparency, track issues and progress. Location-based, precise and accurate. And it builds trust in city responsiveness. I've used the app several times myself, and I love the fact that you can just click and take a picture, and it automatically geo-tracks your location. So benefits for the city of Muskogee. Streamlined work orders and faster response. Data dashboard for trends and planning. It enhances community engagement. Cost-effective public service tool. So real results from other cities. Tulsa, Oklahoma reduced an average repair time by 40%. Waco, Texas increased citizen participation by 60%. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, after implementing the city C-Click Fix, the city saw 47% increase in resolved service requests within the first year. Those are pretty impressive percentages. So what's next for Muskogee? We're going to continue to train and onboard staff, continue public awareness campaign. We want every citizen that has a cell phone to utilize our SeeClickFix app. So summary, SeeClickFix, a more connected, responsive, and efficient Muskogee, empowering citizens, improving city service, and building community trust. And here is a picture of what, when you download SeeClickFix, what that actually looks like. So a little bonus within that is it also gives you access to direct access to our city website, our news section on our city website, Work for Muskogee, and the ability to check out your water bill and some other fun options within the app as well. Open to any questions if you have any. That is all I have for you.
So how does someone find the app?
So you'll go into, whether you are an iPhone user or Android, I'm an Android user, so I go into Play Store, I search SeeClickFix, it pops up, I'll download it, search Muskogee, and it'll give you that. Once you've downloaded it, you search Muskogee, and then it's automatically on there for you. Very easy, very user-friendly.
Very nice. Thank you, Judy.
Judy, I've got one thing. I'd like to thank you and Tara Shows, for the work you did on the CIP. I saw a lot of what you've done. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. No actions needed on this item. Item 3, please.
Consider approval of an amendment to the June 2024 wholesale water purchase agreement with Rural Water District Number 5, allowing for an increase in the amount of water usage or take other necessary action.
Ms. Bonehammer.
Thank you. This is my item, and we have an outside water contract that's with the rural water districts, and we supply water to them based on their needs. Sometimes we have rural water districts ask us for increases. That may be because they have more businesses coming in town or more citizens. So we received a request from Rural Water District Number 5 for an increase. It was not a huge increase, but about 400,000 gallons more per year. And so we checked with Public Works and our engineer. That was approved that we could supply them that extra water. And so we have revised the contract with them, and they will pay the same outside rates as everyone else. And so we're looking for approval on this item, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Where's Water District 5 located?
Out in the country.
It's southwest of town.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Dan, I don't own maps.
Any
I
further
don't read
questions?
maps, I'm sorry.
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Item 3 passes. Item 4, please.
Consider approval to accept a grant from the Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality in the amount of $17,592 for reimbursement of funds expended to purchase a used forklift, and authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute an agreement for an interagency contract between ODEQ and the city of Muskogee for the purchase of a used forklift in fiscal year 2025-2026, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Rigney.
Yes, so the recycling center is something that is run out of our sanitation department. We are located at Main and Iola, and we do a ton of business with the city of Muskogee residents. So we do require a forklift to be out there, particularly to load the bales of baled plastic and paper onto the trucks. The forklift that is out there right now is old and really needs to be replaced. It's struggling to do its job, and it's so old and to the point of disrepair that it's not necessarily worth the dollars that you put in to fix it, especially whenever there's grants out there for things like this. So we did apply for a grant from ODEQ to assist in purchasing that used forklift, and the max value of the grant is that $17,592 that we are being reimbursed. So we're taking full advantage of it. And we do recommend approval. We budgeted for this so that we could pay for it until it gets reimbursed. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
So we're getting a used forklift?
Yeah.
What's the price difference between a used one and a new one?
It's a pretty considerable jump, and for the amount that we use it, a new one is not really fiscally responsible for the in and out daily use that it gets. We'd be buying something that we don't necessarily need. So a used one will do the trick, and we want it to be fiscally responsible.
Do we know how many hours is on this used one?
We don't have the used one picked out yet. We're getting the grant, and then we can purchase it. But we've done our research, and this will cover the cost.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rigney. Any further questions?
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jarek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Item passes. Item 5, please.
Consider approval of the reappointment of Dr. Fred Reefer to serve a second 7-year term on the Muskogee Medical Center Authority beginning September 1, 2025, and ending on August 31, 2032, or take other necessary action.
Councilor Cranford?
Yes, this is my appointment. Dr. Reaver is, from my understanding, I'm the actual doctor on this board, and so they are really wanting him to stay there, so I recommend that we do that.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jarek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Item passes. Item 6, please.
Consider approval of the appointment of Ren Stratton to the Eastern Oklahoma District Library System Board of Trustees to serve a 3-year term beginning July 1, 2025, and ending June 30, 2028, as recommended by the Board of Trustees, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Francis?
Thank you. So the Board of Trustees did recommend Ms. Stratton. Staff is in agreement, and we recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Francis?
Move for approval.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jarek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Item passes. And I don't see Mr. Ivory Van. That concludes tonight's Public Works.
Okay, everyone, welcome. We'll now call to order the special call, Muskogee City Council, July 14th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mayor Patrick Kale.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Jarek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout.
Here.
Tracy Hous.
Here.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Melody Cranford.
Here.
Dan Hall.
Here.
Tom Martindale.
Here.
Mike Brawley.
Here.
Item number 1, please.
Hold a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 4266A, annexing the remaining parcels in the John T. Griffin Industrial Park as legally described below and establishing a zoning classification of I-1 light industrial, or take other necessary action.
Ms. Winkle?
Yes, good evening.
We're going to call an open hearing now.
This agenda item is addressing the annexation of the remaining parcels in the John T. Griffith Industrial Park, the rezone of those parcels, and the service plan to that area for the services that the city is going to provide. As stated, this ordinance is annexing those remaining parcels of the John T. Griffith Industrial Park. They are located just south of Smith Ferry Road. It is only going to annex these parcels. It is not annexing any of the properties around these parcels. It is just the ones that you see outlined on the screen. The city did, in anticipation of this annexation, put in the utility infrastructure to support the annexation, which did include water and sewer lines. When we annex any property into the city, it will automatically come in as R1 residential, which is why the ordinance that is on this agenda is also going to be rezoning this to I-1 light industrial at the same time that we're going to annex it. This supports the infrastructure that is in the area, and at the same time that we're annexing it, just doing both at once. The final piece to this process is the service plan for these parcels. So I'm actually going to present that to you now, and it was provided in your published agenda packets as well. Please bear with me. This property proposed for annexation does include 6 parcels consisting of approximately 123.10 acres and abuts the city limits on 2 sides or more. The areas considered for annexation were described in the legal descriptions that you do have in your agenda packet. I'm not going to read those verbatim. If you go through the service plan, these are the ongoing costs that are going to be associated with this. Planning and zoning is going to be available if there are any other rezones or anything that do need to happen. We don't anticipate that, but the planning and zoning department will be available for that, and the costs associated with that would be just based off of whichever application or whichever piece that we were going to do for them. Police Department. Upon annexation, the Muskogee Police Department will be the primary responders. No additional equipment or personnel is going to be needed. Cost analysis for ongoing services to that area being annexed for the police department is not able to be quantified since the type of call and personnel needed per call cannot be ascertained. For the fire department, upon annexation, the Muskogee Fire Department is going to become the primary fire protection agency for this area. There will be at least 3 pumpers and 1 ladder or rescue truck that will respond to any structure fire. Grass, trash, and refuse fires will have an initial response of 1 pumper truck. Outside burning in these areas will be prohibited upon annexation as per the city ordinance. No additional equipment or personnel will be needed. The cost per hour for the Muskogee Fire Department response to a single alarm commercial fire, which includes a command vehicle, 3 engines, 1 ladder, and 1 rescue, are as follows. Single alarm commercial fire is going to be $507.28 for personnel per hour. Single alarm commercial fire alarm cost for apparatus per hour is $3,000. Cost per hour for the Muskogee Fire Department response to a single alarm commercial fire, which includes a command vehicle, 3 engines, 1 ladder, and a rescue. Those costs for personnel per hour are $100.50, and cost of apparatus per hour are $500. Water services are also going to be provided to the annexed area. The size of those water lines do vary from 6 inches in diameter to 12 inches in diameter. Any development is responsible for connecting to those water lines for improvements if the demands needed are not met. Total water distribution maintenance cost annually will be $10,211. The treatment cost to supply water annually is $691,880. Sanitary sewer service to the area, the annexation and the area service, those lines are going to be 12 inches. The treatment and collection combined, the cost to collect and treat sewage annually is $350,000. I would like to add that this is an unmonitored utility, and therefore its service cost is wrapped into the treatment cost. For the street department, the areas proposed, the total street maintenance cost annually will be $18,906. Sanitation department, there's no additional cost to the city for expanding into this area. The reason for that being that the polycarts and containers that are going to be used are going to come from the city's pre-existing stockpile. The cost associated with adding an additional stop to the route and additional landfill usage, there is a cost with that, and that is going to be equivalent to $10 per cubic yard of waste for dumping, and that is all going to be absorbed into the utility bill if they choose to use city trash services. Environmental control departments, the herbicide cost, material, and labor annually is going to be $1,320, and that's for labor and material. Stormwater. There is an additional cost to this for expanding into the area. If they're discharging into the city system, they're going to pay a stormwater fee for an appropriate amount of the ESUs or equivalent service units that will negate the cost of providing any service. In conclusion, the proposed plan sets forth the times that the City of Muskogee considers being a reasonable time to implement the service plan. The time frame will be confirmed or modified at the public hearing and set forth in the ordinance annexing the territory. The plan may be amended through negotiation at the hearing. I would like to state that the final service plan will be incorporated into and made part of the ordinance that we are annexing and rezoning the territory. So that's 4266A. Staff does recommend approval of the ordinance and the service plan as presented, and I can answer any questions if you have them.
Any questions?
I have a question. Will the roads be brought up to city standards from the gravel and dirt roads that's out there?
There shouldn't be, I'm going to defer this to Avery since that's his department, if that's okay.
Yes, so whenever we annex a area in, we determine that it is going to be maintained at the same quality that it was before it was annexed. So we'll maintain it as is.
Okay, because it was supposed to have already been updated, but it stopped right at one of the property lines and left, the rest of it was left gravel from the on the county side.
That's correct, yes. So as it is gravel right now, we will maintain it as gravel and the concrete.
But it was, I believe it was originally supposed to be paved.
I can't provide an answer to that. At the time, it wasn't city property. So anything that the county did out there would be up to the county to fulfill.
I think it was with the port project that was going on out there that paved the other side of the road.
Yeah, that's correct. It was part of a port project, but the road was under county jurisdiction at the time, so we would have no say over what that road was. I could probably get with Katrina after this and find a better way to word that answer and utilize our ordinances, but right now that's just the most simple way I can explain it. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, we've got a couple of folks here to present their thoughts. Before they do, I would like to say a few words. I'm speaking for myself and no one else up here. These are my observations. First, I'd like to say that Oklahoma has the second cheapest electric rates in the United States. We have some of the cheapest water, some of the cheapest land, some of the cheapest property taxes, some of the cheapest labor, and some of the cheapest cost of living numbers. I'm afraid over this whole process, I personally believe that the leaders of Polaris and some of their representatives have shown a lack of integrity. Throughout this whole discussion regarding annexation, they have lied time and time again. They have misrepresented things as fact multiple times. As a matter of fact, looking back, their bid to avoid franchise fees is laughable to me. I attended an early planning and zoning meeting in which they stated that Project Scissortail was not annexed and that Core Scientific folks had no intentions of annexing. That was said directly to the commission. I'm sure the commission took that as a matter of fact because folks around here tend to take people at their word at first glance. I explained to the commission that in fact, Project Scissortail had already been annexed and that Core Scientific had agreed to be annexed. Shortly afterwards, Polaris and their representatives came to City Council, and the number of misrepresentations was staggering. Some of what Council and public has said some of what the Council and public has been told. There are 80 employees. We have guaranteed contracts with others, and the rate of electricity has been guaranteed. And we can't afford another 3% of gross per kilowatt. Someone from the port guaranteed no annexation. No, it was someone from the city that said no annexation. Then it was the city is just now surprising us with this annexation out of the blue just to take advantage of us. Within a few days of talking to council, the number of employees went down from 80 to 50, then again, and now I hear the number is 20-something. We are all aware of fluctuating prices from time to time on our electric bills. In the summer, the rates generally go up. They go down in the fall, then back up in the winter. These increases and decreases are substantial. The rates can be anywhere from 12 cents per kilowatt hour on the low and 56 cents for critical high need times. The difference between that, if you add in the franchise tax, would be 1.32 cents. So they could be willing to pay 56 cents, but not an additional 1.32. How's Polaris going to eat up to 44 cents per kilowatt hour difference when they can't afford a penny and a third additional franchise tax fee? Yeah, right. By the way, every citizen here tonight and every business in Muskogee pays the franchise fee. Neither the Port of Muskogee nor the City of Muskogee has any record of someone promising no franchise fee. As a matter of fact, neither of us has written record or a contract that indicate the city will not charge a franchise fee. And most importantly, Polaris has no written record or voice recording of a promise of no franchise fee. Furthermore, our long-term strategic land map has shown that area to be annexed for several years now. I don't remember exactly what was said last council meeting that set Councilor Cranford off, but she took great offense to being lied to by a Polaris representative. She's a very reasonable person and intended to give Polaris the opportunity to make a fair presentation. As father, I explained to my boys when they were little, it takes 100 truths to make up for one lie. Everyone can make the mistake of lying, but it better only be once. We've been dealing with a company that has told, I bet, 100 lies over the course of talking to the community. If my math is correct, they are sitting at having to tell 10,000 truths. I'm going to give them the opportunity to speak to council and the citizens of Muskogee one more time, whatever they have to say. I think that it's very likely this council is going to formally annex the land Polaris sits on along with others. Just another short observation. I have it on good authority that someone would be willing to take 400 megawatts of Polaris's power needs if Polaris left, purchase their building, hire employees. Another last fun fact for today, every time a Bitcoin is mined, it is worth $123,000. As of today, 5 or 6 years ago, it was worth less than $4,000, and the big Bitcoin farms were making lots of money then. I'm kind of curious on just where that'll go from here. And that's all I've got to say. If Mr. Daniel Chipkoskis would like to come up and speak, just state your name. You have 5 minutes, please.
Yep. So my name's Daniel Chipkoskis. I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to speak before you. I can't speak to many of the comments you made because I didn't personally say those, so I won't even spend any time on that. So I've got 2 main points that I'll elaborate on. I've tried to stay very, very consistent in the things that I have said, and I'm going to do that again this evening. So first, and let me back up just 1 second. I'm going to just focus on what I think would be the most persuasive arguments that you've heard for why you should annex. And then I'm going to explain why I think those are not very persuasive. First, is that annexation has always been the city's plan, and Polaris knew eyes wide open that it would occur and subsequent franchise fees would result. This argument fails for a few important reasons. While it is true that the city approved a resolution 2404 in 2012 that led to a comprehensive plan and future land use plan, including annexation of the industrial park, why would we automatically assume that 13 years later that it would be approved? And why would we assume that it would be accepted? Why would we also assume that a future city council would make no concessions to a company that purchased land and became operational prior to annexation? And that's the biggest concern that I have, is that Polaris is already here. The other companies that are coming are not here yet. So even though that they have agreed to certain stipulations, certain requirements, that's fair, that's perfectly fine, but they're not here yet. And that's the biggest concern, is that Polaris is already here. The city has a water use agreement with Polaris, and I think that it would be perfectly acceptable of the city at that time to put something in writing to say this is definitively going to happen. Now, obviously, that was probably a different council members, but still, to put something in writing to say that there is a really good chance that this annexation is going to occur, and this is what it's going to look like for you financially. But yet that was not provided to them. Now, it was told to them by the port that there was a chance, a possibility of annexation. But it has been stated that the Port Authority has no authority to negotiate or make any commitments on behalf of the city. So that's just the port offering an olive branch, which that's fine, nothing wrong with that. But there's no definitive statement in there saying that this is actually going to happen. This may happen to Polaris. The second reason I believe you're persuaded in favor of annexation is due to the consistency and fairness argument. But my question to you is, how can the city make this type of argument where there are no companies other than Polaris currently there in operation? Yes, companies are going to come. Project Scissortail has agreements that they've made with the city. I'm assuming that Core Scientific will be annexed. They are going to be annexed in and will pay the 3% franchise fee. Those companies are not here yet. So the fairness and consistency argument hinges upon the fact that coming into doing business in Muskogee, that this is the playing field that you have before you. This is the obligations that you'll have, and it's the same for everyone, and everyone knows that equally at the same time, and it's just not true. So in conclusion, you may be asking, what exactly am I asking for? I am simply asking the city to make a concession to Polaris due to the fact that they're already in operation at the John T. Griffin Industrial Park. If the city can negotiate a one-off agreement with Project Scissortail, and I get that that's under a different agreement, the land is divided differently, I can't remember the term for it, but if they can do that, they can easily do that for Polaris. That's not that we're saying no agreement needs to be made at all, that the city needs to completely grandfather them. What we're saying is that a deal to where it benefits both Polaris, so that they will continue to expand, and that it also benefits the city. That's all we're asking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Dan Chikakis.
My name is Dan Chipkauskas. I'm a resident at 519 North Country Club Road here in Muskogee. I had prepared my remarks, but I was kind of put back when I was, heard the mayor's remarks, so I'm not exactly sure where I should start on that, but I think I'll stick to my point. Here we are about a month later. I stood up here about June 9th. We went through this. And all of this back and forth, Mr. Mayor, I think is probably a good thing. But I think the bad thing is we still are in the same position. I want to thank Council Member Dan Hall, City Manager Francis, Council Member Jamie Stout, for reaching out to us over at Polaris and trying to understand what's going on and try to work something out. As they all stated, they were not in a position to actually make and do any negotiations. We had a meeting that was tentatively set up for Mr. Francis and Katrina Bodenhammer on Friday. The meeting was canceled, and we were in high hopes that something could happen to sit down and negotiate. As it was just stated, the companies that are out there that are in operation are one. It's Polaris. And they have been in operation for a number of years. And they've been doing all of the things that they're doing. I'm not going to go down the rabbit trail about how many they employ or what their gross receipts are and anything like that. I think those are highly prejudicial and unfair statements. I don't think that you would inject that into any company that came in here. What we're looking for is just an open, transparent, and fair operation here. To date, as I stand here, the resolution that was passed authorize Mayor Kale and City Attorney Bodenhammer to enter into negotiations and starting the annexation process. To date, there has been no communication. We've reached out over and over, and we've not had any communication. Now, it's been stated that everybody out there has exactly the same contract, the same 3% and everything like that. Each one of those companies had the opportunity to negotiate that coming in. Since they're not here, they had the opportunity to sit down and talk about those things, whether it be part of a TID district, whether it be part of a rebate process, whether it be part of taxation, any of those things. Those communications went on. We're in a situation here where we have an operation that's ongoing and we have no communication. Is it too much to ask that you have a city partner in here, in the form of Polaris, that actually is just being carved out and there's no negotiation, there's no communication other than right here at this council? I don't know. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've testified before Congress, before the Senate, before the House. There is always a line of communication that is encouraged. And I thought that the resolution that was passed encouraged that, would start the clock and we could start doing that. But instead, we still have no communication. Put yourself in the shoes of a business owner. You come in for whatever reason, and now the things are changing. For whatever reason, maybe they were negotiated or they were talked about and things like that. As the mayor said, there is nothing in writing. That's right. There's nothing that says that Polaris was not going to be annexed. There's nothing in writing that says that they were not going to get charged that 3%. But there's nothing in writing that says they were either. And so the fact that they want to sit down and talk about this is highly unusual. So put yourself in their situation. If you were opening a business and you'd been in operation for 2 years and something like this happened, would you not be a little bit upset? The fact that the city will not even engage, and as I said, my hat's off to council members that actually have reached out, but we need someone who actually has the authority to do something, or to at least engage in the conversation. But at this situation, we have nothing. So here we are again, a month later. We're going to go down and there's going to be another vote on this, and we're going to still be in the situation. Is this really the way we want to represent the city of Muskogee? I mean, I know every one of you council members. I know the type of people you are. You have a lot of integrity and things, and you've always looked out for the best interest of the city. You've always looked out for what was fair, what was reasonable, what helped the city grow. But we're in a situation right now with no communication. How can we say that? So I'll leave it with that. I would hope that you would reconsider and at least open the dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I be recognized, please?
Yes, sir.
I just want to clarify a few things. So, first of all, some things have been misrepresented here. Dow Tile is part of John T. Griffith. So to say that you guys are the first ones, only ones there, no. Dow Tile's been there. They pay 3%. They paid the whole time. So they were there. They're part of that park. It was kind of it was annexed in. All right. Core Scientific agreed to this after the fact, even after the fact of the annexation. So to say that they had a chance to negotiate, that's also not true. Okay, and the fact that it just kind of blows my mind. It's almost downright entertaining. You know, I mean, it acts like that the elected officials in Muskogee that we just, we live here, we serve here, and we have a commitment to this community, and somehow we're crooked on the take. Hell, I don't know. We lack integrity. I mean, give me a break. Let's rewind this. Years ago, 2012, they did this. We used community tax dollars to invest into that area, into the industrial park. And anytime you invest in something, you always look for a return on your investment. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you guys have investments, so that's what you look for, right? So that was a whole plan, was that when we invest in this infrastructure, then it would come in. And then the plan from day one was simple. Businesses come, we invest in the area, businesses would come, annexation would follow. It wasn't a secret strategy. It was the whole point. We made the investment, and the return on that was jobs, industry, and annexation. Okay? So we're doing this for the citizens of Muskogee, where we already use their money to invest in this area. All right? So to act like that we're doing this side deal and not give anyone, that's just a bunch of junk, man. Okay, nothing shady. This is nothing sudden. We're just down to the final pieces of land, and the fact is I think they thought they would never get annexed because you had to do it parcel by parcel by parcel by parcel by parcel, and they're all the way around the far corner. That's my opinion. And they come here and say, no, that's not it, whatever. That's still my opinion. I'm not going to change my mind on that. But to act like that we are doing something behind the scenes and shady, that's just it. So, I mean, to be crystal clear, we need to annex. We need to protect the public's money to get a return on investment. We need to do that. And if you're going to come up and accuse us of lack of integrity or corruption, whatever, better have some proof. Don't just come up with saying stuff.
I'd like to be recognized since he's...
No, I said you make investments. I said you expect to return your investment.
No, you made a personal attack against me, is that we were making it. I just specifically said that I was not attacking you, that I was not talking about any of those things. And that's so what you're now.
Thank you. We can talk about this after the meeting, but we're through with discussion. Thank you. Is there any other council discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to, we need to close the meeting. It's closed.
No action. There's no action.
Action needed tonight.
It's just a public hearing.
So no action needed. Item number 2, please.
Consider approval of Resolution Number 3042, a resolution of the City of Muskogee, Oklahoma, authorizing the Muskogee Redevelopment Authority to assist the city in carrying out and administering the Muskogee Urban Renewal Area Economic Development Project Plan adopted by the city, approving the incurrence of indebtedness by the authority issuing its tax increment revenue note, Taxable Series 2025, providing that the organizational document creating the authority is subject to the provisions of the indenture authorizing the issuance of said Series 2025 note, waiving competitive bidding with respect to the sale of said Series 2025 note, and approving the proceedings of the authority pertaining to the sale of said Series 2025 note, ratifying and confirming a security agreement by and between the city and the authority pertaining to the pledge of certain ad valorem and sales tax increment revenues, ratifying and confirming a development agreement, approving the use of assistance in development financing, and containing other provisions related thereto, or take other necessary action.
Ms. Tarashos.
Thank you, Mayor. The approval of this item by a supermajority allows the URA to access the full funding allowed in the URA TIF as it was originally designed, to fund future economic development in the URA and to meet our current obligation approved by this council in June of 2024 for the infrastructure construction currently underway for the new retail development. At this time, I would like to introduce Nathan Ellis with Public Law Finance Group to provide the details of this transaction.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So this resolution is of the city. As you're aware, anytime a public trust issues debt, the city has to approve the action taken by the authority. So you've got a similar companion item that's on the authority agenda that we'll consider here in just a little bit. This creates a drawdown loan. Bank First is the lender. They are also the lender on the 2014 note, so this note will be equally secured by that. It will be a variable rate. It will initially be 7.25%. It'll adjust, based on the prime rate. It matures no later than July 1 of 2033, and will have interest and principal payments semi-annually. It will have a foundation guarantee that was approved at the end of last month by the foundation that will basically have assets pledged in excess of the principal amount of the combined notes that are outstanding. There's about $3.2 million, if I'm remembering right, that's outstanding at this point, or $3.4 million on the 2014 note, and it matures in 2030, and this note will go out until 2033. The initial draw will be $1,095,000 that will pay cost of issuance, and then set aside dollars, which, along with revenues that have been previously collected in the TIF, will be sufficient to make the $1.5 million incentive at the appropriate times under that development agreement. And then future draws can be made based on other projects that come forward as they're approved by the city. So you'll have the opportunity to approve one or more development agreements as appropriate, and draws would then be available in connection with that, basically providing that there's sufficient revenues being generated by the new projects to support the additional draws. But as Tara mentioned, that'll allow you to access the remaining authorized funds under the project plan. And this is all pursuant to the term sheet that you had on your agenda about a month ago that you approved as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Again, this is a city resolution. It does require supermajority. I think there was a question this morning about waiving competitive bidding. That doesn't have anything to do with construction contracts. That has to do with under public trust statutes. Typically, anytime there's a revenue note, it's typically done as what we call a negotiated sale. It doesn't work very well to competitively bid deals because you have to advertise in the paper. And in this instance, there's really only one lender that would be willing to make this note. It's the existing lender, Bank First. And whether you know this or not, actually Bank First is kind of the lead bank that's made up of, I think there's 6 or 7 different local banks that are kind of a consortium that fund this. They're just the lead bank. So again, that mechanism doesn't really work. So the city always has the ability to waive competitive bidding with a 3/4 majority vote. So that's historically, you've always done that in connection with revenue notes that we've done for bank financings or bond financings. So.
Thank you. Any questions?
So I'm not very smart on this stuff, so I'm going to ask you a few questions. So the TIF district collects all the taxes and everything that doesn't go back out in the community, correct?
It collects all of the taxes that are generated in excess of what was the baseline that was established at the time the TIF was created. So there was a base of ad valorem that was already historically being collected. That has continued to be distributed to all the taxing entities. The TIF collects 75% of the new tax revenue that's generated. The other 25% goes to the taxing entities. It collects 75% of the new sales tax that's generated in that area above what was the historical level, and the other 25% just comes back to the city as normal.
And I think I knew that, and it's just that I didn't want to put those numbers out there. My wife always tells me don't talk numbers to people, so I don't. She's a smart lady. She's an accountant. I'm not. So the deal is that I'm looking at, and we have loans already for where we built the TIF district, correct? And that money goes to those to pay that note off, right?
Yes.
And we're going to ask tonight for a new loan.
Yes.
And that money will go in to pay that off, correct?
Yes, so these loans, the 2014 loan and the 2025 loan, are on a parity with one another, so they're equally secured, but they're also structured, for a number of reasons, it made more sense rather than refinance the first loan into a single loan. It made more sense just to layer this loan on top of it. So the bulk of the principal is after the old loan pays off. But again, this was kind of a process that the city spent a lot of time talking through with the bank on what made the most sense and what would be basically got to the transaction that the bank was comfortable, but also allowed the city to do what they're wanting to do.
I just wish Bank First would have gave us a better interest rate. I know.
I mean, I'll tell you, market-wise, that's kind of where rates are now. I mean, five years ago, we would have said that's ridiculous, no thank you. But
you can always hope.
I mean, today that's kind of where it is. If rates drop, then if the Fed cuts rates at some point for whatever reason, then the rate on this will automatically drop with it.
Now, if it goes up, it doesn't go up, right?
If it goes up, it'll go up as well.
So we're on a balloon payment.
I mean, it's a structured principle, but the interest component could increase if rates go up. So
that's a fair rate right now.
I'm sorry.
That rate is a fair rate right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
to lower the
I just don't like that balloon that goes up.
Well, but at least we're in a trend where it probably will go down. We hope.
I could get really rich if I could actually predict what interest rates were going to be.
My crystal ball's been broken lately.
All right. So, and this money's going to go to help do what with?
So the first draw that we are making against this will go to fund the infrastructure for the new retail development that's happening now.
Now, is that going to include a road through there or anything like a new road?
We will be widening Miller Street.
Is that the one that runs between the other shopping center and that one? Or
No, that is 6th Street. 6th Street, as of right now, will remain the way it is. 5th Street is going to be, which is beside Colton's. That's going to be the main entrance to the new development, and we were going to widen Miller at the back to accommodate truck traffic for their deliveries.
I was over there just today and yesterday, and I keep going by there. I had to get my coffee in the morning. I just wish we curved and gutted that, and it was bigger. It just would look nicer, and it would make it look more professional. Thank you for your information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nate. Staff does recommend approval.
Item,
We need to make a motion.
okay. Do we have a motion on item number 2?
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
No.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes. Motion passes. Item number 3, please.
Consider approval of Resolution Number 3044, wherein the City of Muskogee, as beneficiary of the Muskogee County Public Safety Authority, approves the lease agreement between Muskogee County Emergency Medical Service and the Muskogee County Public Safety Authority for the new public safety building, or take other necessary action.
Ms. Bodenhammer.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution, as beneficiary, approves the lease and accepts the lease terms between the public safety building and EMS. We have the public safety building that's going to be built. EMS bought the property that the public safety will be built on. The trust authority that will actually collect the tax money and pay for, or the county will collect the tax money. The tax money will then go to the public trust. The public trust will be responsible for building this building. So the agreement is, since EMS paid for the property, and they actually are legal owners of this property, the public safety building will be built on this property with a lease term for 25 years for $1 for the entire 25 years. And that is something that we don't have any say-so as far as what is happening between the two of them. They negotiate the deal. We're not a party to the contract as the city, but we do have to, as beneficiary, accept their lease. This is something that I recommend that we do so that we can proceed with the public safety building. There is no liability on the city's behalf whatsoever, and no financial obligation, and no risk.
Move for approval.
Second.
So in 25 years, they can evict us?
After 25 years, they can evict, if the EMS wants to sell the property during that time, or they want to renew the lease, they can do that. That's going to be between the county and the EMS, since we don't get any of the tax money and we don't have any say-so. We do have 3 city people on the actual trust authority.
Well, most of us won't be here in 25 years, so.
Well, I'm going to be here. I'm not sure where you're going to be.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes. Item passes. Number 4, please.
Consider approval of the appointment of Patrick Harriman as the Ward 1 Commissioner to the Urban Renewal Authority, filling the unexpired term of Mike Brawley, commencing upon appointment and expiring August 31, 2025, or take other necessary action.
Yes, this is my appointment. Patrick is a local business owner. He has 2 businesses in town, and he's very active in the community. I think he'll be a great asset to the URA, so I recommend approval.
I second that. Mike, he is a great asset to our community.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Mike Brawley?
Yes.
Tom Martindale?
Yes.
Dan Hall?
Yes.
Melody Cranford?
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery?
Yes.
Tracy Hous?
Yes.
Jamie Stout?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed?
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Kell?
Yes. Item passes. This meeting is now adjourned. Huh? We got another one?
Keep going. Turn your page. Turn your tab.
I'm sorry, we've got a special call from Muskogee Redevelopment Authority tonight. We'll now call to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Patrick Cale.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout. Here. Tracy Hoos.
Here.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Melody Cranford.
Here.
Dan Hall.
Here.
Tom Martindale.
Here.
Mike Brawley.
Here.
Item number 1, please.
Consider approval of resolution number 3043, a resolution of the Muskogee Redevelopment Authority accepting the responsibilities as designated to the authority by the City of Muskogee, Oklahoma, pursuant to the Muskogee Urban Renewal Area Economic Development Project Plan adopted by the city, authorizing the authority to issue its tax increment revenue note, taxable Series 2025, in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $4,340,000, waiving competitive bidding and authorizing the Series 2025 note to be sold on a negotiated basis, approving and authorizing execution of a Series 2025 supplemental note indenture as it supplements and amends a general bond indenture, authorizing the issuance and securing the payment of the Series 2025 note, ratifying and confirming a security agreement by and between the city and the authority pertaining to a pledge of certain ad valorem and sales tax increment revenue, providing that the organizational document creating the authority is subject to the provisions of the indenture, ratifying and confirming a development agreement, approving the use of assistance in development financing, authorizing and directing the execution of the Series 2025 note and other documents relating to the transaction and containing other provisions related thereto, or take other necessary action.
Ms. Tara Shows.
Thank you. This is the same item that was presented in the earlier meeting as a joint resolution. It does require approval by both bodies. Nate and I can answer any questions that you have, and staff does recommend approval.
When does the TIF district end?
2034.
Any other questions?
I was going to ask that question.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mike Brawley.
Yes.
Tom Martindale.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Melody Cranford.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos. Jamie Stout. I'm sorry, did she say no? Okay. Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Patrick Cale.
Yes. Okay, item passes,
Now we're adjourned.
and this meeting is adjourned, and that will be it for the evening.
We did. We're here.
We had your meeting, and we.
You can't speak on a special call. It would have been after the Public Works, and we finished that before you arrived. I'm sorry.
We'll get you next time.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor.
Nate has